Hello, how is everyone? Friday night in the UK, early Friday night. So I'm afraid it's been one of those weeks. We're going to talk about that. So I have got my glass of organic Sauvignon Blanc. I've decided I deserved it this week. I've worked very hard this week. So where is everyone from? Thank you already for joining us. It's always awkward to know what times to do these because obviously everyone is from all over. So we've got Rainbow Sun, love that word. We've got Pat. Hi, Pat. Andrea, I'm going to talk about you, Andrea, in a minute and make you blush. We've got Jennifer from Cumbria. Christine from Canada. Kelly B from Bournemouth. Hi, everyone. Carol from Glasgow. It's so lovely to see everywhere's from. And what I'd really... Oh, hi, Rainbow Sun. Jana. Lovely to see you. Where are you from, Jana? That's some of the names people get. You've got no idea whether they're male, female or anything. So it's lovely to hear your name. How's everyone's week gone? Before we launch into it, how has it been for everyone? Tell us in the chat and I will try and keep up. We've got Christine, we've got Rose, we've got Belgium, Wisconsin, USA, US, Washington State, right? Okay, we've got a lot. Texas, home of the free still. Oh my God, we've got to laugh about it, haven't we, RS? Because otherwise we cry. Kentucky, oh yeah, with some lovely horses, loving seeing those horses. Montana, I've always wanted to go to Montana. Phoenix, Arizona, Netherlands, California. Right, so we've got some really good people joining us. I wanted to do a little live. I'm trying to do at least a weekly live, just a bit of my ramblings really and connect with everyone because it's really important when we do these lives. It's really important. I really want to hear how you're all doing and how you're all feeling because sometimes it can be quite difficult to have our voice heard. Wow, we really have got everyone joining from all over the place. That's really, really good. People I would like to help with RV really hurting. What's that? What's people to help with RV really hurting? Tell us a bit more about that and we can all help. So first of all, before I start, I want to give a really big shout out to my friend Andrea, who always makes the time to be on these chats, help me out with the comments and things and posting links because I've got a really small screen. So it's really difficult for me to really catch up with everyone really quickly. Andrea has been really, really helping me. She set up Twitter for me. She's been really helping with Instagram. She's been really helping with Telegram. She's been helping with everyone with my lovely thumbnails. And it's so, so lovely to have her help and support and someone that I can discuss ideas with. So a big thank you to Andrea, who does so much to everyone. There she is with a little smiley face. I expect she's got her. Have you got your Prosecco in your hand yet, Andrea, or is it a bit early for you? So it's really important to be appreciative for those around us that are supporting us because sometimes it doesn't seem like there's that many. So yes, Andrea is a little legend. So always taking the time to really appreciate and just so lovely to have the people that have reached out and help, the people that send me information. I'm a bit behind thanking you all for that this week. Got lovely Robin from New Zealand who sends me the most amazing information all the time. And sometimes I just don't keep up with all my emails. So if I haven't got back to you this week, I really apologize for that because it's just been a very, very busy week for all sorts of reasons that I'll come on to. So what have I been up to? What have you all been up to? Please let me know in the chats what you've been up to, because I'm recommending some really lovely, I'm recognizing some lovely familiar faces from people that have been joining some of my live shows this week. So this week, for the last few weeks, I've really tried to make sure I'm doing quite a few videos on helping people with different health aspects. And there's so many different ways we can all help ourselves at this time. There's some of them are more time-based, some of them are more money-based. What I like to do is try and give people options because people are always asking me what I do. And so therefore it's really important to be able to share some of that information. So I've had talks with Andy Mills this week. I love Andy. He's such a genuine guy. wealth of knowledge on health and wellness. And him and I were talking about some of the PURIUM and Platinum health products that we found amazing, and we've both been stopping up. And then I've been doing with my lovely, lovely friend, Dr. Timo, the vet. He laughs when I call him Dr. Timo because sometimes I'm not that polite to him. Dr. Timo is absolutely amazing. He's such a wealth of knowledge. He's a very unusual vet. He's really, really up for all different ideas. We spent hours discussing things and everything. So we've been doing, even though it's called an animal health series, it's actually everything we discuss about on the animal health series are equally applicable to us humans. I always say us humans are just ugly animals because we haven't got tail and fur, and we'd look a lot better if we did. But in all seriousness, it's really important to realize that when we're talking about the animal health, that's really applicable to the human health and vice versa. So don't be put off if you haven't got animals and that you think that they're not for you, because quite often you're going to learn a lot about how you can support yourself at that. So as well as that, I've spoken to the adorable Jean-Claude from Beyond Mystic. Him and Janine have become such good friends of mine. They really are amazing. Kim, we're going to come on to that. Everyone, look, I'm going to leave Kim's comment on here because I'm going to come on to that in code words in a minute. So, Kim, I'm leaving your course on there. So Jean-Claude and Janine jumped on my live with Jean-Claude on Monday night. So that was really good fun and a nice surprise for me because I didn't know she was coming. Doing my regular Wednesday nights with Janine. I did a bit of a shorter one this week because I was off to my friend Sienna's birthday party, which was absolutely lovely. And then I've also spoken to David Cohen from Australia. Now, David is really, really wonderful. He's such a nice guy. And again, we've become really, really good friends, and we share a lot of information and we provide a lot of support to each other. So his video's on my YouTube as well. And David is a budding musician, and I really love his music, and I love the fact that he's having the confidence to share it. So let me see if I can share the screen here. The way I share it here on this is a little bit tricky on StreamYard. But this, Andrea's going to put the link in a minute. My trusted server, Andrea, is going to have the link in there. But the link to David's first debut single is only like $1.30. And it would mean so much to him if people could buy it. Because you know what it's like when you're really passionate about something. Oh, Andrea, you are amazing. I'm going to guess it. Look, she's already put the link. Thank you, Andrea. David is really special. And I think everyone on this chat will realize what it's like to be following your dreams and to actually put yourself out there. And it's a very brave thing to do. And David's starting to share his music. I, for one, love it because I know what a genuine person he is, and all his emotions come through in his music. This is a song that he's written and composed himself and performed himself, which I think is incredible because I can promise you I have no musical talent at all. He's not going to be asking me to be one of his backing singers. So, thank you, Linda. You love David's music. So I've shared this link. Andrea's shared it in the chat, and I've shared it on the link below this video. If anyone feels they could go and support David by buying that, he hasn't asked me to do this. He never asked me to do this. But it's something I feel really strongly about because supporting people following their dreams is really, really important. Now, on that note, about a month ago, one of my listeners, I don't know if you're on today, I think wrote to me and asked about advice about setting up a YouTube channel, and I can't find that email. So if that's you, please, please, please write back to me and I will get back to you, because I think it's really important that whether it's art, whether it's helping out in our community, whether it's growing vegetables, whether it's looking after with animals, whether it's music, whatever it might be, whatever your gift is to the world, please, please start doing it. So that's David's thing. So please do support him on that. So what I want to do, if everyone looks at Kim's comments on the screen now, can you all see it? And then I'll go through the rest of your comments. Now, this product on the screen, I would like everyone, I'm not allowed to say this on YouTube. I should have had an extra bit of paper available. Let me get my trusted bit of paper so I can write it out. I am not allowed to talk about, I'm going to hold it up. These products on YouTube. I will get banned. Can you see that, everyone? I cannot talk about those. If I mention them, they will bring them up in the algorithms and I will get a strike on my comment. Now, this is something I'm really passionate about because these are brilliant. On my BitChute channel and on my website, you will find, I'm going to go into it, you will find a lot of information about how to empower yourself. So if you go on to my catherineedwards.life website, there's a products tab here. And if you look at here, there's this kit that you could buy. I'm not going to mention the name. Now, when you buy this kit, this does not make the substance that's on the screen and I held up. This does not make this, okay? It doesn't make this top one. The reason for that is because they are not allowed to tell you how to make it on the kit because it's so good and it's not a pharmaceutically registered product. So we have to empower ourselves to do it. So when you go on to my website, you will see the kit here. Now, this kit is sold as a water purification kit, and that is all they're allowed to do it. So the instructions that come in the box are for water purification, not to make either of these, okay? I'm hoping this is clear. Andrea has put the most brilliant explanation on my Telegram channel. So please go to my Telegram channel and look at the pinned comment to the top because I cannot tell you how many emails I'm getting about this. Now, when you then go on to my products page, if you scroll down, you will see this. Now, this is a course that teaches you not only how to make it, there's free videos on how to make it, but if you want to know the difference between these two products, because they're very different, I'm going to show you where the videos are in a minute. You need to do this course. If you've got questions about how much to use for your animals, because yes, you can use it for your animals. CDL is not, CDL is the activated solution. Yes, it's completely different to, not completely different, but very, very different to this top one here. So I can't explain this on YouTube. People need to stop asking me to explain it on YouTube. Seriously, guys, because I will get banned. This course, this introductory course, costs you €40 and there's a 5 or 10%, I can't remember which, discount code on it. So it's really, really worth doing it. And if you've got friends, share it between you, because what that will do, all the links, Shari, for everything you need, if you're talking about what I'm talking about, are all below my video and all on my site, depending what link you're talking about, Shari. So the kit, be aware that this, or you can get his book, which I've got just up on my shelf there, or you can get the book, but depending where you live, this can take a while to get that through to you, or the course if it's too expensive to get the book. So either way, but you have to educate yourself because the substances are very different. And this one, this top one, is very gentle on the system. So it's incredibly safe, it's pH neutral, etc. So I wanted to cover that today because I'm getting so many emails and I just haven't got time to respond to them all. I'm not being rude at all by saying that, but everyone's buying the kit and then thinking that is the substance, the top one, and it's not. It's not. You've got to make it, but you can't expect this to come with you cannot expect this to come with instructions because they're not allowed to put instructions. They can just sell it as a water purifier. So the instructions that come with this are to purify the water. They're not for medicinal use. So I hope that's clear. But if you sign up to my Telegram channel, you will then see that you will see the all the different information on that, and it's really, really helpful. Now, if you want to learn more about it, on my BitChute channel here, you will see there's 2 videos. This is the latest one. by Dr. Andreas Kalka, and it's absolutely brilliant. Not because I'm in it, because he's in it. He's the brilliant one. So you can go to my BitChute channel or my website, search on his name, and just scroll down and find. So this is my BitChute channel here. This is what it looks like. And when you scroll down, you will find 2 videos by him that will really tell you the difference. This one here that was done in August, at 20 minutes in, it tells you exactly the difference between, and why you need to know that, because it is important that you understand the difference. So hopefully that's clear, but I wanted to clear that up because there's so many questions I'm getting on that, and it scares me when I see how wrong some people are getting it. And you've got to understand that people cannot put a leaflet in there with the product, because then they'd be banned from selling it. So who have I got coming up this week? Thank you. A lot of people saying they're going to be supporting David. That's really, really lovely. Yeah, lots of people sort of saying that they're actually using it. I honestly cannot recommend it enough. As well as my wine, I've always got my glass fit here. And when you do the courses, I'm actually doing the advanced course, which is still incredibly reasonable. It's brilliant. And I dip in and out of it all the time, because you know, you're always going to get different family members, different, even when you understand the basics. Once you start really delving into it and seeing how much, it's incredible. So I really hope you love it, guys. And have a look at those videos. I know it's a bit difficult that some of the videos are an hour long, but sometimes, you know, you have to put a long information, because it's very difficult to explain something very complex in a 10-minute video. So you can skip through the bits that you don't like, but 20 minutes onwards, it will to really go into the detail of the difference between the different substances, so you can choose which is right for you. I'm not saying that both of these aren't good. I'm just saying, personally, I choose to use the top one. Why? Because I've done so much research on it. I really have done so much research, and I find it incredibly safe for all ages of people and all ages and all species of animals. And you don't get some of the side effects. No, Beth, it's an introductory course, so it doesn't give it gives some basic information for animals about how you can start using it. The weight's not really relevant actually for the animals, funny enough, because the way it's used up very quickly in the body, but it gives you enough to get started with. Oh, we've got a lovely friend here. Let's all send Skelfer some love, because yeah, you hang on, dear. You might find what I'm singing about today. But yeah, so Beth, it's got enough for you to get started on. It tells you in some of the protocols how to start with it, and then there is an actual animal specific course coming. They hope to have ready by the end of the year, but certainly it's enough to give you enough to start you know, started on. And there's a lot of people using it. So this week, what am I talking about this week? I am speaking to some really exciting new people over the next 2 weeks, as well as my regulars of Janine and Jean-Claude and David. I have also got Julia and Carly, Soul Sisters from Australia. So I'm speaking to them, I think it was next week, but we might have to put it back, because in their area they've got electricity works and their internet's going down. So all of these ones, if they're not lives, they'll be on the community tab of my YouTube ones. On Monday, I'm speaking to Bryce from Esoteric Atlanta. Now, I love Bryce. She's brilliant. She's really enthusiastic. And like me, she's a real animal lover. So we're going to be talking about all sorts of things. And we're really going to be talking about as well is a lot of the messages that our animals are giving at this time, because Bryce has done a lot of work with rescuing dogs from India. I do a lot of work for rescue animals, and I've got loads of rescue animals myself. So Bryce is going to be amazing. So that's really, really good. And then I have got Medina, who a lot of you might have heard on with Janine and Jean-Claude. She is a soul healing lady from Australia, and her and I will either be doing a video, we're just trying to coordinate diaries, next week or the week after. And again, we're going to be passing on some really good tips about soul healing, healing things that you can do, and healing that you can do with your animals as well. So we've got some exciting new guests coming, and also I'm really hoping that we can fit it in. Clayton Thomas from the Root Brands. Now, those of you that have heard any of the videos with the Root Brands, this product is seriously a miracle. It's the clean slate. A lot of us have had a lot of chemtrails, as well as everything else that's going on at the moment. There's also a lot of people that are having this that we're all exposed to, and a lot of people that also having the flu as well. I'm not going to give YouTube any excuse today. So really important to empower ourselves with this. So what I think, I've done some really good chats with Clayton. He's brilliant. This week, hopefully, if we can get our schedules together, we're going to be talking about the pineal gland. Now, anyone who's really in tune with their intuition is really aware of how important the pineal gland is for us tuning in to really what's going on. And it's really, really important that we do all we can to really make sure that's decalcified, we get all the fluoride out of it, etc. So what's really, really good is to actually make sure that you listen to some of those talks, because we're giving really useful information using code where we need to about how you can really decalcify, cleanse out, open up your pineal gland to really heighten your intuition. So I'm hoping that's going to be Wednesday. We're just trying to coordinate diaries again. But yeah, Shari, you can't find where to buy the CDs. Yeah, it does. If you just go onto my products page, everything you need is on there, Shari. Okay. So really exciting new guests coming up. I'm really looking forward to opening up some different conversations with them, as well as my regulars. And hopefully either next week or the week after, I will be back with Mel K. I'm doing a lot of consults at the moment as well. So I've got to balance it all, plus looking after my animals. And at this time of year, it sort of gets more time consuming looking after some of the animals. So I'm sort of juggling things. So what else have I got going? Please do sign up to my Telegram, because that's the only real platform that I can put all the really uncensored stuff on. So obviously BitChute, I can put my uncensored videos on, but Telegram, I can share information. And we're really careful to make sure that we're really careful that we make sure to only share things that we think are really good, so we don't bombard everything here. So please do join to the Telegram, and please do sign up to my newsletter, because again, I can put things in my newsletter, offers, tell you about products, what we were just talking about in code in newsletters, where I can't say it on this platform or on Instagram or Twitter. So that's really important. The next thing I wanted to say is a little bit of a winter appeal for me. As most of you know, I have got a lovely set of rescue animals, most of which are very old now. And I have got a lot of things to get for them for the winter, a lot of extra food, a lot of extra herbs and everything. So under each video, I do have a PayPal or a Buy Me a Herb link. And if anyone feels so inclined, all of that money goes to my rescue animals. I'm certainly, as you see, because I always wear the same top, not going out buying new clothes with it or having my hair done, which is blatantly obvious. So it does go to the animals and not me. And it's just, if anyone feels drawn to do that, you all did the best job ever getting Velvet home. She is flying back with Diana in a couple of days' time, and as soon as they're home, they are going to be letting us know that they're home. And then once they're settled, they will be coming on to give us an update. Yeah, well, I'm really sorry to hear that, Janice. I would definitely try I've got a 16-year-old lab, it's amazing, and I would definitely try the clean slate with roots on that. If you listen to some of those videos, you'll see links are always on my products page, my website, and also under the videos. It's really sad, but you know, it's worth trying. But obviously it is sad about you know, when our animals come to the end. So sending you lots of love for that, Janice. I want to know, how is everyone doing? What are you all thinking about the Southwest Airline strikes and what the mainstream media isn't telling us, but what is really starting to come out on quite a few news channels? Is anyone noticing that that's starting to hit home for the is anyone noticing that that's starting to wake any more people up? I'm sort of thinking it is a bit, actually. Rich, go back and look at the start of the video. I've just covered about half an hour on where you can get that. So if you listen to the start of that, then you can find out the answer to your question, Rich, which is this one. So you'll find it, all the links under my video, but if you go to the health products page and listen to the start of this video, that will answer it. So yeah, lots of people are happy that they're striking and standing up. It's really exciting. It's also really exciting to see that a lot of sports stars are standing up. Now, I know there's a lot that aren't, but for me, I'm concentrating on the ones that are. And sort of giving them as much support as possible, because I think it's really, really important. And yes, I agree, Matt. Let's hope that they're UK, that more do stand up, because, you know, this group of people, anyone, the air staff, you know, the air stewards and stewardesses, the pilots, they're so at risk for this. So that's really, really important. So yeah, lots of people, I'm sure most people on here are really standing up against it. So that's really good. If you've got any questions, I'm Gabriel, about the dog things, please do look at my animal, the Vibrant Animal Team series, because I can't answer any individual questions on that. Done lots of stuff on those. So people are standing up, and I think the more we applaud that, and everyone that does their own little bit, is really, really important. I know that it's varying massively for all of you. And I know, depending where you are in the world, I mean, obviously we've been seeing some horrific things coming out of Australia, horrific things of Scotland, of Italy, of all places. So there's all sorts of things, you know, that we need to support the people that are really having it the toughest at the moment. Linda, that's really interesting. As a former flight attendant, pilots, air traffic, flight attendants will stand together. We're all in the same union. That's really, really important. And I agree with what Bob's saying. Hi, Bob from Aussie, Barefoot Bob, as I call you. Yeah, I think people have forgotten how powerful they are. So that's really, really important. And yeah, lots of good information coming out for Joanna Savin. Lots of companies are standing up. Certainly, I've got friends in Lithuania that are having a really, really bad time of it, and they are doing an amazing job of standing up against it. So it's really, really good that everyone is really supporting these people. And I think even if it's just sharing it on our social media, even if it's about talking about it or whatever, because when you are putting your neck above the parapet and standing up for these things like these people are, and there's a lot of people we already know have lost their jobs over this, it's so important to know that people appreciate it. So, you know, even if it's just us, depending if you're on Twitter, I'm still learning how to use Twitter. I think that's my age. You know, Instagram, whatever it is, please just make sure that we support them, because I think you summed it up perfectly. It's really time to end this movie. And I love a lot of this. You know, every time people on the chat, they're always really, really supportive. And I think we can really, really support a lot of these people that are doing this, and where we're seeing atrocities happening in other countries. I've just posted something just before I came on with Riccardo Bossi. Have you all heard of Riccardo Bossi? One of the politicians in Australia. He's absolutely amazing, and he's sharing truth bomb after truth bomb after truth bomb at the moment. So that's on my Telegram channel as well. So that's really important. We're seeing some other good things here. So Kelly is saying parents are doing a national walk out of the schools. Amazing. I think this is so, so important. And, you know, let's all do what we can to stand up for them, and boycott airlines that are doing this. I know it's really hard. I mean, most of us can't travel anyway. Ricardo Bossi, absolutely. He's got all our vote as well. I think he's fantastic. And just to see people that are standing up like this is so, so important. So yeah, who else has got any questions? Yeah, good point, Deanna. In terms of which doctors, which vets, very important which vets you stand up for. I have got one of my older horses is struggling a bit at the moment, and so are a lot of my clients. And I think it's to do with the chemtrails, which is why I'm just starting him on the clean slate. I've got a lot of animals. I have to spend a lot of money to start on things like this. I'm putting him up. I'm putting his dose up of this, but it's a bit tricky with horses because I have to syringe it into him multiple times a day. So I'm like Benny Hill running in and out of my office doing all this. So that's really, really important. I think, you know, we're going to notice a lot of changes happening. I was so relieved to get my daughter. She flew back from Washington last Friday night. Her flight was delayed because of the Southwest airstrikes. The crew couldn't get to Washington to then take their phone things. So I absolutely need it. It's really, really, you know, I'm so pleased she's home safely. So I hope that all of your loved ones are home safely as well. Oh, Beth, that's really awful. But well done for you for making them come outside. Mine are actually being really good, my vets. And what I do is I do actually, doesn't respond to them, so I'm not sure he appreciates it, but I do send him quite a lot. Well, I've got, in the UK, we have separate horse vets, big animal vets to small animal vets, and I'm always sending them information and videos and things as well. I don't get a lot of response, but they haven't blocked me yet either. So I keep spreading it. Luckily, they all know I'm the crazy lady anyway, so there's not really any more I can do to ruin my reputation. But they do listen. They are quite supportive. So, oh my goodness, quite a lot of you saying your vets won't let you inside. So I think it's really, really important that people use some of the template letters that Lawyers of Light and people like that have put on their American frontline doctors, depending where you are, and edit them for the vets and explain that you will not stand for this, and perhaps have a look around and see if there is anything you can do about it, because it's so distressing for our animals to not have us in there with them. And if we are in there, if we're all masked up, obviously that can add even more stress to them. So yeah. We have got lots of new things coming through. Well done there. I'm so glad to have your son. Yeah, it is. My son's there, but he's old enough to ignore me. But luckily, he does listen to a lot of stuff I send him, so that's quite good, even though he doesn't like to admit. So yeah, lots of good information. I think someone said that's interesting about visiting London. Lots of masks everywhere. That's really interesting, the Health Junkie, because my husband was up there last week on work and he said the complete opposite. Now, obviously, London's a big place, but he said where he went, there weren't any masks anywhere. So that's really, really amazing, actually. It just shows, doesn't it? We can all have different experiences. We can be in the same city, but in different parts when having very different experiences. So thank you so much for joining us. I will be trying to, you know, make sure I do a couple of little lives. I'm also showing a couple of shorter videos. I've got one that will go up over the weekend on, because a lot of the people who've done the home prepared dog and cat food courses wanted to see some pictures of some of my animals' meals. So I'm going to put that up there, doing a few more little animal ones as well. So that's really, really important. I'm so scared, Kim. I'm just looking at this, your comment. Okay, so what I would say to anyone that's scared, first of all, Kim, we're all sending you lots and lots of love. And what I would say is there's lots of information. I think one of the things is to actually try and get yourself out there. Hi, David. We've just been sharing your song. So, Kim, I would say using some of the resources to get yourself as much as possible some support to get out of the fear state. So you're going to really like some of my videos with Medina and with Bryce, and listening to the one by Clayton from Roots. So if you go onto my website and listen to the ones, or my BitChute or my YouTube, it depends which ones I have to be more censored, and listen particularly to get yourself out of a fear state. Listen particularly to the ones by Clayton with the Roots brand. And then I'm going to come on to this in a minute. You will really help to get yourself at a fear state. No, Anne, you haven't wasted your money. I must say, this sort of comment really irritates me. It's like, how quickly can you jump into negative? You haven't wasted your money. If you spend some time doing research to see how to make it, you can BitChute, Rumble. There's still some videos if you search on YouTube about how to make, but you won't find the dosages and things on there. So one of the things I would say is, if you can't afford it yourself, club together with some other people and share it and spread the cost across. So I'm really encouraging people. It's like, people ask me what you can do, and then that's the first thing they come back with. It's like, oh, I've wasted money, I can't afford it. No, if you're going to give up over 40 euros, what can you contribute and offer to people, Anne, so that perhaps people can buy the course for you? I'll put Andrew as a classic point. Andrew just volunteered her time to me, and now we're working together. It's like, let's see, what can I give back? What can I offer? And then what you will find things come back to you, Anne. Okay. I'm not picking on the things, but it's just like, there's so many ways round problems if we get a bit more creative about it. Yeah. So I would basically look at being how you can get people to help you, how you can share things and be creative. So Andy Mills and I, in our video yesterday, said, right, if people can't afford the PURIUM supplements they want to stock up, club together with friends and do a joint order. So if you've got a 4 for 3, so you're getting everything for 25% off, see if there's people that you could club together and share a delivery and split the cost between you. Be creative, okay? Be creative. When you offer to help other people, people come back. When Diana and Velvet contacted me, she never asked for a penny. That was me offering. And I'm not saying that's good on me, because I thought we can do something about this. If we club together, we can help. So I think people are very, very happy to club together and help, but it takes a little bit of giving on your side of things as well. And even if it just means that you've got the stuff coming and then you save up and do the course, or why not contact them? Because I don't run those courses. They're nothing to do with me. I promote them because they're so brilliant, and personally, I found them invaluable. So what I would do is, Anne, is contact, or go through to the link and go through the contact us and explain your situation, and then see if they'll give you a discount. So there's always a way around a problem if we're scared. But what I would say is, do educate yourself. So there's good, whether you're making, these are very different to use, and the potential side effects are very different. So what I would say is, do the research on both of them and choose what's right for you. They're both brilliant. But for example, this one tastes a lot worse. If you've got someone or an animal who's a bit skeptical, it might be more challenging. And this one is has more potential detoxing effects of diarrheas and sickness and things. Now, that doesn't mean I don't think it's brilliant. I think they're both brilliant. But I explain in my videos, and so does Andreas Kalka, why we choose to use this one as a really safe option. So Bob's made a very good point. They're both good. It's not throwing one out with the bathwater. So I am going to end with absolutely saying with Beth, I know that it's really hard because we've all got different challenges, and we have all got different challenges. And what I love is how supportive everyone always is on my chats. Never be afraid to reach out for help is the first thing I would say. If you've got like-minded people, I can't say that, health junkie, you'll have to listen to the start. Or look at my Telegram channel and you'll see it all, the health junkie, because I'm not allowed to say the words on this channel. Sorry. So what I would say is let's all support each other to move out of the victim mentalities. It's absolutely fine for us to have a moan and moan to our best friends and get it off our chest. That's important. But then once we've got that fear bit out, let's switch into how can I create something that's going to make this happen? So Beth, that's such a good point. It does keep us in a slave system. It's what everyone in the control, whether it's our parliament, whether it's our teachers, whether it's our doctors, whether it's some vets, not all of them. Of course, there's good in all of these, but it's what the control systems, what the people call the elites and what I call the pricks, have been trying to keep us in for so long. So I think it's really important to realize that we can support each other through it and supply solutions. And what I would say is if you are in a difficult situation, do not be afraid to reach out to those around you for help. So for example, one of my friends, one of her family members really wanted to use this, but they said they couldn't be bothered to sit through the course. So the family member bought her the course and she did the donkey work and then explained it and made it for the others. So there's so many different solutions. So yes, we need to, they are definitely pricks, and we do need to change our thinking, and together we can help the thinking. What's happening with Simon Parks, John? Tell us before we switch off. Is there anything that we need to do that? So thank you all so much for joining us. Send support to those that need it. If you need support, don't be afraid to ask for it. And please do go back and watch the replay if you missed the beginning. Please do sign up to my Telegram channel, because I promise you we're putting a lot of the information on Telegram that drives you mad by talking about code here. And personally, for me, empowering ourselves to stand up for our health. My kit, it's over there, so I'm not going to get up and get it, is one of the most important things we can do. And I cannot tell you how much of that stuff I've made and given out to friends and family in need, 2-legged and 4-legged. So if you empower yourself, you're going to help so much. So free hugs, well done. Thank you so much. Oh, he told us. Okay, interesting. Support everyone around here. Have a brilliant weekend. We are in Red October. We're halfway through Red October. Let's make it really, really a positive end, and let's make sure that next week is even better than this. Thank you all so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Andrea, for posting the links that I'm not quick enough to do. Thanks for joining us. You've got the link to David's song under the video as well if you've missed it in the chat. So please do have a look at that, because I think every time we support someone, it comes back on us, tenfold. Certainly that's worked for me, and I hope it works for you. Lots of love to everyone. Have a brilliant week.